Hey guys, Rachel here. This is the third in a series of videos that is talking about just some tips that we've learned in the first week and a half of rolling out Canvas here at Vista, specifically looking at how we can create some more consistency and continuity for students and parents as they navigate through. And one of the frequently asked questions or issues that's come up that I've seen time and time again in the last week, we've figured out has to do with module settings. So if you ever have a student who says, I can see the module, I can see that there are assignments, but some of them are gray and I can't click on them and they don't open. Why? That has to do with your module settings as a teacher. Okay, so I'm in one of my perpetual classes. You could do this in a live class or perpetual, but I always like to work in my perpetual because then I can sync the changes over to my live courses and do things fewer times. I'm going to go into modules. Okay, and you can see I have a few modules here that have a bunch of stuff. Okay, the first thing I want to check is my module published. It is. The gray bar at the top has a green check mark. And is the content within that module that I want students to see also published? And again, I'm seeing two green check marks. Okay. If for some reason there's a piece of content that you're not ready for a student to see, you can just click unpublish. Or if there's an entire module that you're building and you just aren't ready for kids to see it, you can unpublish the entire module. But when I'm ready for it to go live, I want it to be published. Okay. Additionally, I want to check my module settings. So I'm going to go into the gray bar at the top of any module, click on the three dots, click on Edit. Okay. And what you might see are some things in here that you can toggle. For example, I could lock a module and have it not unlock until tomorrow, which means that if a kid tries to open it before that day, they won't be able to. Okay. This could be keeping kids from accessing a module, so check for that. Additionally, you can add what's called a requirement if you want. Okay. There are options here. This first button says students must complete all of these requirements. It means that a student has to do everything in a module that you have listed. There's nothing that is optional. Also, this is where I'm seeing the most issues. When this box is checked, it says students must move through the requirements in sequential order. What that means, if I go ahead and choose that and I update my module with those settings, that means for this module, a kid can't access the second item in the module, MVHS Advisement Calendar, until they've completed or accessed the first item in the module. So you have kids who are trying to go down here to number 2 or number 3 and click on it and click on it and click on it, and it won't open for them, and they don't understand that it's because they have to do A and B before they can do C. So if that's not how you want things set up, you go in here, edit on the module, and you uncheck that box, or you can even click this X and get rid of any requirement whatsoever. Okay. The other option here is that you can say that students must complete one of these requirements. So you could list and say, to finish this module, a student needs to either do this or this or this. You can say whether they need to view it, mark as it is done, contribute to the page. At this point in time, I am finding more issues with these requirements than I am finding success. So you might consider for now not having any requirements in your module. It exists for a reason. If you think about our mandatory trainings, they have requirements there that you have to read and watch the videos and learn before you can take the quiz, the assessment. So they've set it up so that you have to go in order before you can get to the next piece. And they did that for a reason, because none of it's optional for us. Okay. Kids are clickers. They like to jump ahead, move ahead. And so for them, having this requirement makes them feel like they can't access stuff and they panic. So if you do choose this option, which is open to you, you're welcome to choose this, but just understand what it will do for students. If this box is checked that says students must move through requirements in sequential order, they will not be able to access the second item in a module until they do the first. They can't access the third item in a module until they do the first and second, and so on and so forth. So if you choose this option, make sure you explain to students what that means. That's really it for module settings. Thanks so much. Have a great day, and email me if you have any questions.